Hey, what's going on? You're now tuned in to the PVD Horror Podcast. I'm Brandon, and I'm joined by my co-host Dave. And today we have a special guest. We have our friend Spooky Nik joining us. And today we're gonna recap 2023, like the craziest shit that happened in the whole horror genre. So some of the films that you might love, some films you might hate.
If you like all things horror and want to get the best horror news, interviews, and reviews,
Like, subscribe, and ring that bell to follow us and satisfy all your horror needs. Hey, it is what it is, but I just want to start off and say Happy New Year to everyone. We are now in 2024. I'm looking forward to another crazy year for horror. We have been getting lucky for the past few years. We've been getting a lot of great films, So what do you guys think? What are some of the big films that kind of stood out to you this year?
Talk to me.
Yeah,
I'm so
definitely.
obsessed with that movie.
What are some things in that film that stand out to you that, what did
It
you love
was
about
just
it?
like a really cool twist on, a regular possession film. Like it was more
Yeah.
like a drug addiction type of thing because they kept going
Mm.
for it back and forth because they love the rush and stuff.
Hmm.
Um yeah, just and honestly, it's just really funny that I think I love this movie more so just because of like the specific the girl, well, the person that plays Haley, the
Yeah.
one who has the hand.
Yep.
I'm
Hmm.
in love.
Yeah.
I'm in love. But no, yeah, I just thought it was a really cool twist on a typical possession type of
Sure.
movie. It was just really different.
Yeah.
Do you have a runner up for favorite film of the year?
Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
Thanksgiving was like it exceeded my expectations. Like we obviously knew like the Grindhouse trailer and stuff, but like to actually see it come to life and it was just really good. He didn't
Yeah.
disappoint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those were definitely two good ones.
Oh, you checked it out, Dave?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even know you watched it yet.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I went in the theater and I was
You went to
glad I
the
did.
theater, huh?
I did. I did. I made it a point. So yeah, I mean, those are definitely up there for me as well. I mean, I when I was trying to go over like the films that I left from the year, I was like actually trying to go back as early as I could remember because I think like films that we do this every year, like the films that came
Yeah.
out earlier in the year, we kind of forget about them by the end of the
Yeah.
year.
Hmm.
And Evil Dead Rise came out this year, right?
Yeah, it
So
Yeah.
came out.
I
Yep.
mean, and I definitely had a great time with that one. So that's on the list for sure.
Yeah, it's so crazy because like you said, like it just going back and looking at the list, we had actually like Megan was like one of the first films like to kick
Yeah.
off in like
I don't know
January.
why. I thought Megan came
Yeah.
out like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it
it's
definitely
crazy.
feels like it's been a long time. I actually forgot that
Yeah.
that was this year too.
Yeah, Megan and Sick. So those were the two
Yep.
films that kicked off like in
What?
January for us. Yeah.
Sick? See,
Interesting.
Yeah.
wow, that's crazy. I didn't
Yeah,
freaking know.
the year just flies by because, like I said, we were spoiled. We got like so many titles that it's just like, what is going on?
Yeah,
So,
it's like it's like dropped one like almost every month, I feel
Yeah,
yeah,
like.
yep.
I got an early one that I doubt is on most people's list, but I kind of liked it. Knock at the Cabin.
Oh yeah, I seen it on the theater. Yep,
Yeah, I
it was all right.
actually sort of enjoyed that more than I thought I was going to.
Yeah,
So that was on my
his,
list.
Is that
yeah,
with the
his,
couple and the little girl?
yeah,
I
And
didn't see that one,
Yeah,
but I
Dave
saw the trailer for it.
Batista, who has
yeah,
become one of my
Batista.
Yeah.
favorite actors of the year. I enjoy him. I'm not like you know me. I'm not like a huge wrestler, but like I just kind of like his personality. I think
Yeah, he's a cool
he's
guy.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, he transitioned well over into acting because that's the thing. A lot of those wrestlers have, you have with The Rock and then like John Cena and then him, and then you kind of look at everyone else that tries to do it, like it doesn't work
Yeah.
out. It didn't work for Triple H. He
No,
did all right.
I got a random question for you. Is Batista in Dune?
And Doom or
Dune.
Dune. Yeah, I think he's in Dune. Yeah.
They have him like as an albino guy.
Yeah. And
That is
he's
him, huh?
yeah, from Guardians of the Galaxy also.
Yep. All right. All
So
right. I
yeah,
just saw part of that the other day. I was like, is that him? Yeah.
yeah,
Nice.
crazy. So what are some highlights, from 2023 that like stand out for you guys? Just like in life in general that you guys did like horror themed shit.
Hmm. Dave, you can go first.
I was gonna. No, I'm wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. We got time. Plenty of time.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
like, no, yeah, yeah, you
well,
got.
I think for me and Brandon, you'll probably kind of agree with this. Getting back to conventions
Yeah. Yep.
after after all of them being shut down, and then like them starting to pop back up, but just kind of, I don't know, it just took me a lot to get over that hurdle to just start going back.
Yeah.
And then when I was there, I was like, oh, this is fun. I remember why I enjoy doing this now. And we got to do the TerraCon and
Monster
Monster
Expo.
Expo, which I mean, there's obviously a lot bigger ones, but that was nice to kind of get back into the swing of things and actually be vendors at
Yeah.
was pretty cool. Walking around with our lanyards and shit. So excuse me, even though nobody else respected us that actually worked at the con. They're like, who are you guys? Like, shut up. But no, that was a lot of fun. And our summer events were insane. We did like movie nights that just brought in so many people, and that was a great thing to see. We did, I mean, we had some pretty cool events over the year.
Yeah, we dropped another beer.
Dropped another beer collab, which is always fun. Yep, I love that. And not all the events went as we wanted, but it was cool to like put ourselves out there and try different things. So
yeah.
I want to go to one of those so bad. You guys are like Rhode Island though, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, like what, 3 hours away from you? You're in Jersey still?
Yeah.
Right around the corner.
It's not too far.
I need to go to one so bad. It looks so cool.
They are fun. They're fun for sure. We're doing Brain Scan this month, which I'm so excited about. And
what?
Yeah. You know what, Brandon? So Brandon unfortunately couldn't be at the last movie night that we did because of his illness. And when I announced that we were doing Brain Scan, it got like minimal applause. So I yelled at everybody and I said, this is one of the best movies. So like, I'm hoping that people, if people haven't seen it, I'm assuming that's what it is. People just haven't seen it.
I don't think they've seen it. So I think after the event, they're going to be like, oh, that was like a hidden gem I never seen before, so.
Brandon, like, I think it was like October, not last year, but the year before. I really felt like we got to a place where the people who come to our movie nights started to trust us. That like even if we hadn't seen it, they'll still come to check it out and trust that we're not going to pick out a trash movie. So it's nice to know that we've gained people's trust. They feel like they can come and no matter
they're
what,
in a safe space.
And I think Jacko, we showed Jacko around like October a couple of years ago, and that was the moment where people were like, I'd never seen this, but I had a really good time. It's cheesy, but it's exactly what we wanted to see here. So I think that was the moment everyone was like, all right, no, we can plan to go even if we haven't seen it.
They're like, they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, we try at least.
Oh, that's awesome.
So Nick, back to you.
Yeah, I recently I usually the Alone in the Dark podcast, he has like a movie night thing, like it's Friday Night Frights, but he moved it to a different location. And there's this guy there named Chris. His name is Tape Hell on Instagram. He does this Midnight Madness movie things where like it's like midnight movies. So I went to go see Silent Night and Deadly Night and double feature. Cool. Nice. And this weekend he's doing Maniac and 3 other movies, but I don't remember. But that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I seen I think the Horror Queen. Did you see her down there?
Yeah, Chris.
Okay. There you go. Guys linked up. That was cool.
Yeah.
So that's one of your highlights for the year, or like what else stood out to you?
Dude, I really forget like all the stuff that happened this year. The fact that like because you were talking about conventions, I forgot that I went to Monster Mania in March. I couldn't go to the one in August, but I went to the one in March, and that's when I met David Howard Thornton.
Nice.
And the rest of the Terrifier too, Damien.
It's a cool crew.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really nice. The girl who sings the Clown Cafe song is way shorter than I've imagined. Like, she looks tall on TV, but she's so tiny. She's so cute. Everyone was really nice.
That's awesome.
Dave, I thought you were gonna say that watching Demons was gonna be like something with the band playing.
I actually forgot all about that just now. That was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah. With Goblin playing the score of Demons. Yeah. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Crazy night.
I want to see every Italian movie with a live band playing it.
Yeah.
How do we make that happen?
I don't know.
We got to start our own
When you see
band.
that at?
It was in Boston, like outside of Boston.
Somerville Theater.
Yeah.
It was. I think really they went to Jersey too. or I went to New York or something. Because Zero, she was over there. I think it was opening night in New York actually.
Mm.
Yeah.
It looks like they've pretty much done it like every year for the past couple of years now. So it'll be interesting to see if Goblin ends up doing it again, and if so, like what film they'll do.
Hmm.
I don't. They did Suspiria already. They did
Oh wow.
Demons, and I think they had done one other one if I remember correctly. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
We'll
That's
see.
good.
Yeah. So now we talked about like how the pandemic opened the door for us getting more independent horror films. We have seen like a new approach to the old days, how they had a direct to video. Now it's happening on like streaming platforms and it's like releasing in a theater on the same day.
Mm.
This year we had a lot of big name films, independent and fan films. So like we were talking before, like there's like so many films that came out, Dave. We talked about like Cobweb
Yeah.
and like When
Yeah.
Evil Lurks. Like those are like two big films of this year. And
Yeah.
they came out in the theater, but they had limited releases. But Cobweb came out the same week
Friday the
as
13th
Barbie and Oppenheimer.
and Taylor Swift, right?
No, no, no. And then Evil Lurks fell on the same week as Taylor Swift
Oh, okay.
and Exorcist. So,
Wow,
those
it's
are,
kind of got swept under.
yeah, and those are like two big films. And so like when I had watched When Evil Lurks, and I would complain, right, talking about like Black Phone and shit, talking about like, damn, how come these kids didn't get killed and shit like that. And then when I seen these kids get
The
fucked up
kids
by
getting,
by that
you're like,
dog,
man.
I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, let me regroup.
Yeah,
I take
right.
that
That was a
back.
lot.
Yeah,
That
it's
was a
like it's
lot.
not as good as it sounds.
Yeah, yeah,
You didn't find it totally satisfying? No, I'm just
nah, not that way. Not when evil lurks, because I was just like, what the fuck is
and
going
then I
on
knew
with
they were
that?
gonna have to kill the dog, and I felt doubly bad. So it was like horrible.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It was a mess.
Horrible.
That movie was crazy.
Yeah, that
Like
movie
every
kind of
scene,
ruined
I
me.
felt like my jaw was on the floor.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, that's exactly what I feel like they were going for, and it succeeded. It's so weird.
yeah,
I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys noticed this. Like the very first scene, I was like, is this going to be like a comedy or something? It was like because it was like the two
Yeah, it
guys.
gives like a spoofy kind of like
Yeah,
vibe.
yeah,
and then it didn't go that way at all. So I was like, I just thought that was weird, that very first scene, and then it just went into a super like crazy from like the wife when that scene where the wife ends up killing her husband or whatever. Just
yeah,
like there was so
Mhm.
much that I love that movie. I thought it was great. What a
Yeah.
yeah.
great
So
Like the minute I saw that fat man on the fucking back, I was like, I paused it
yeah,
and I had to like recuperate. It was
Yeah.
so gross.
yeah. It reminded me of that video game Left 4 Dead, like the zombie shit and how they get all big. I'm
Mm.
like, what the
Yeah,
fuck is it?
that's true actually.
Yeah. I'm like, but they did a good job with that. So if you're listening, and you haven't checked out When Evil Lurks, it's streaming right now on Shudder. It's definitely worth checking out. I've seen it on a lot of people's top tens over the
Yep.
year. Um,
It's definitely on mine.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's crazy. Like, so it's cool because I've been looking on like social media and I've been seeing like everyone's top 10 list, and it's so hard to kind of like nail like the perfect 10 because there's so many movies that came out. And so I'm looking at it like in the years past, I can look at people's lists and be like, how could they put this on there? But then it's like this year, I see a list and I'm like, okay, like, all right, like everyone has a different thing. So it's like you
Mhm.
Yeah.
can't even hate.
Yeah.
So it just shows like how good this year was for horror.
I'm not looking forward to doing that Fangoria Awards
Yeah,
episode. That's gonna be that Chainsaw Awards thing. That's gonna be
yeah,
tough because there's like a lot of these. It's hard for me to say which one I really, favored in a lot of these films here.
yeah. And so we, fucking it was just a crazy year for like Screambox. We got the Robert Englund documentary. We got a lot of cool shit. So a lot of cool horror series. So we got the Chucky series. Do you guys watch that show? I think that's on like
I
season 3
stopped
now.
after like season 2.
Yeah.
I tried to resume because I wanted to catch up and get to the new season, and wasn't able to make it. So,
Yeah.
sorry, Chucky.
Same
Nothing,
for me.
nothing bad about it. I actually kind of enjoy the show.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
just
I just watched the first like some of the first season. I didn't finish it, but I love the way that the promotion and everything that they're pushing. They're kind of keeping everybody engaged. I seen a lot of like people reposting like the little text messages and shit like that.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I like the way that everything's kind of moving with that. And then there was another show called like The Fall of the House of Usher. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Mike Flanagan. Dave, you're a big fan
I
of him.
yeah, and I didn't get to the show yet. I've been meaning to. I'm going to eventually, but I've heard nothing but good things. So
You check it out yet, Nikki?
No.
Do you like the series, horror series, or anything like that? Like, what's your favorite one?
The only horror series I constantly like rewatch
Mm.
is the Scream TV show. I'm stuck on that.
Okay. Yeah.
I haven't like really got into any like it's not I don't know. Horror shows aren't my like not my thing.
Yeah, we always catch some shit about that because we haven't watched it. You know, what I mean, we haven't
yeah, I
seen any
watched
of
the
the
Scream
season.
show.
Yeah,
Neither of
I
us.
seen like
What?
I seen the first episode, and it's so hard for me to kind of get into it because it's like it came on MTV, and so I'm just like I
Yes.
can't fuck with this, and then I'm just like
It's so funny. Like when I first saw the trailer for it, like they were promoting it, I was like, no, this looks so stupid. And the main
uh,
thing that like Noah says is like you can't make a slasher film into a TV
yeah,
show. And it's like the first two seasons. I don't really like season 3 that much, but the first two are like really, really good.
yeah. And that's the thing. It's like every time we have a guest on, like, what do you guys think we should talk about soon? Like, in a big group, episode, everyone's always saying the Scream series.
Yeah.
We're like,
I think Nick, I think you're gonna have to come back when we do that episode finally.
yeah,
I
After
love,
Brandon and I finally
love,
watch
love,
it.
love that
yeah, because
series.
Adam, Terrell, like
Yeah.
everybody's always like, yeah, when you guys talk about that, we want to come back on. I'm like, all right, we gotta watch it. And like, we'll always say I'm gonna watch it. You just never do.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck.
No, yeah, Adam, I'm sure he could talk about it all day.
Yeah,
Sure he could.
he fucking loves it. And then what was it? American Horror Stories season 3.
Yeah, I didn't even like
I
I didn't even for the first time, like I had zero interest in even like starting it. And I normally watch
Yeah.
every season. And I don't know.
see, but that's the thing. It's like I don't fuck with that show. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? I watched
Yeah.
like the first
you never
season.
really have. Yeah.
No, and
I
it's
can't
hard
get
for
into
me.
it.
Yeah, it's hard for me to get into like a TV show horror theme series. I can't, it's nothing
Yeah.
against it. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of people love it, but it's hard. You know what I mean? Because it's
You
like
know, Castle Rock, I really liked. I don't know if either of you guys watched that.
I watched some of it. I didn't
I
finish
liked
it.
how it's like one season, one story, then the next season, even though it's like they're kind of some sort of connected, they're
Mhm.
different stories. And I like that rather than something that's going to be like, I don't want to do another Walking Dead again. I
Yeah,
did that.
Yeah.
I spent years in that, and like I don't want to do that again. It's too much.
nah.
So I like kind of a short condensed story. But like the problem I have with American Horror Story is like they start one way and then they just add too much in, and it's just like it's too much. And they do stuff just for shock value versus
Yeah.
like doing it because they think it's like helpful to the
Reaction.
plot of the story. Yeah, it's like the stuff they throw in there. I feel like they do it just to like mess with like censorship issues, and it's like I feel like they were the first ones to really like put like sex in a show or like use certain language and stuff. And it's
Yeah.
like I don't care about that shit. Like I can watch rated R movies. I don't need to like
Right?
get that out of a TV show.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I just feel like midway they end up like throwing in too many things, and I get pissed off every year. So
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a shot. Who knows?
Yeah, it's like
There's
I
a
get
show
what
with
Roberts.
Bill Skarsgård. I forgot what it was called, but it was on Netflix. I completely forgot what it was called. But
yeah, was it? He was in
it's
Castle
like
Rock.
is it?
Was he in? He was in Castle
But that
Rock,
was
right?
on Hulu.
Okay.
No, yeah, it was something on Netflix. It's like a werewolf kind of theme though.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I do like him. He's good.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. If that's
He was
what
good
I'm
in like like Barbarian. That
Yeah.
like my love for him as an actor grew so much after Barbarian because I was like he played such a creepy character that you like and you could not guess what his intentions were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just really hard to read. I think he does a really good job playing roles like that. So
Mhm.
to check that out.
And now another show came out on Prime. It's called Swarm. Did you watch that? Did you check that out, Nikki?
Is that the Beyonce thing?
Yeah.
I watched like maybe 5 episodes.
Wait, what do
Okay.
you mean Beyonce thing?
It's like it's a show like Beyonce's fandom. The
Yeah.
what are they called? I was about to say
The
the
Beehive.
bumblebees.
The Beehive.
The Beehive.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not part of the Beehive?
Yeah, the beehive. Oh my god, they're gonna freaking attack me. They're
Yeah,
crazy. Oh my
Well,
gosh.
don't say
But
that
it's
after you
basically,
say
like,
that they're
about
going to
her
attack
fandom.
you. Don't
Huh?
call them crazy. Don't call them crazy
Oh,
after you
right,
say they're going to
right.
attack you.
I figured you would be a part of that. You're not a part
Like,
of the
sorry,
Beehive?
girl. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, yeah, it's about like how toxic her fandom really is.
Nah.
The show's really crazy. And
Cool.
I
didn't know it was about that.
yeah. Yeah, I only watched like about 5 episodes. Did you finish that one,
Nah, I
Brandon?
just watched 2 episodes. That was about it for me. But I heard it's
Did
really
you
good.
like it?
No, it wasn't bad.
Okay.
It
I
wasn't
kind
It
of
bad.
was
like
just something I couldn't get into.
Yeah.
I kind of like stuff about like obsessive fans and things like that. Like that
Mhm.
I find that stuff interesting, so I might check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, how like she's willing to kill for because it's like a mock Beyonce and I
Yeah.
forgot what celebrity she's obsessed with, but it's like yeah, she does a lot in the name of the artist.
Mhm.
In the name of Beyonce.
In the name of Beyonce.
That's just crazy. But yeah, what is it? Creep Show had season 4. See, like that I can kind of like get into like shows like that because you don't have to watch them in any order. You know what I mean? You can kind of
Yeah.
just throw it
Mhm.
on in the background.
Yep.
But I gotta catch up on Creep Show. I've been
Same
behind.
here. Same here.
Blackened.
Nah,
So this was just a segment about all the shows we haven't watched or didn't finish
Right.
watching or
Like,
never
haven't
watched.
seen that. Haven't seen
Yeah.
that.
Nah, but it's funny.
Someone's
We
gonna
put
write that in the comments. For a horror podcast, you would think they would watch more horror. Yeah.
But that happened to us for that
The
Fangoria
Fangoria
Awards.
Awards.
He's like, how are you guys gonna sit there and talk about these movies and vote for them and you didn't even watch all of them?
Yeah.
Like,
No, Brandon, that's why I went to go see Thanksgiving. I was like, I cannot go on another episode and not have seen like the most notable movies
Yeah.
of the year, right? So I was like, I have to see it before it leaves theaters.
yeah, and so
I
that's
didn't
our
do that.
excuse all the time. It's like it's not that we don't want it to watch it. It's like we really don't have the time. Like we're thrown like so many movies to kind of review and then interview with everyone before they come out. And so it's
It's like,
like,
dude, I got a job. Leave me alone.
Right.
like, but don't leave me alone.
yeah, but keep watching.
Oh my gosh.
Shit. But yeah, this was also like a great year for gateway horror for kids. Um, Five Nights at Freddy's like
Mhm.
took horror to the
Excuse me,
next
Brandon,
level.
you mean FNAF?
FNAF.
Yeah,
FNAF.
Like, excuse me.
And they get mad. I was like, oh yeah, I never played the game before. You never played the game? No.
They're gonna be
I'm
coming
like, so
at
I
you.
never, so I didn't get like the hidden messages or anything like that. So, I thought it was an okay movie. It wasn't bad. It came out in the theaters and also released on Peacock the same day. Um, it just definitely set the tone for like all the shit what happened.
I'm about to say, you know how I knew it was like well, it was obvious. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. It was obvious that like Matthew Lillard's character was just how he was in the office,
Yeah.
whatever, it was just a dead giveaway. But
Mhm.
what really like sealed it for me is when he did that ghost face knife swipe. I was like, that's him.
Yeah.
That was so cool to me for some reason. Like the whole movie was okay, but
Yep.
that just like gave it like 5 extra points. I was like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, the ending definitely took it to the next level.
Yeah.
So definitely, I definitely want to see a sequel to it. I'm down for that. So, um, also what we got another like Goosebumps series. Also, we got
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Wow.
I didn't finish that. My kids liked it though. I seen like the first episode.
Yeah, I started it too. I didn't mind it. It seemed
Yeah.
all right.
Did you get into that, Nikki?
No.
You don't like Goosebumps?
I'm not into Goosebumps like that.
Nah,
Not like that.
not even growing up, the books or anything.
Huh?
I said you weren't into the books or anything like that.
Well, when I was younger, yeah, but
Okay.
kind of grew out of it. It's
Nah.
not my shtick.
Not my shtick. Yeah, so then we also had the R.L. Stein Zombie Town movie too. It was all right. Came on Hulu. Cool watch, you know what I mean? Add to the list to watch. You know, my kids enjoyed it. We had Haunted Mansion, the remake. We did an event for that.
Terrible.
You didn't like it?
Terrible. I literally fell asleep in the middle of it. I don't know. I just couldn't. It was not like someone was missing. I didn't really like it.
So I found like we kind of like the beginning was slow, and then I
Yeah.
felt like there was a certain point where it kind of like just starts to pick up, and then from there on I was pretty content with it.
Mm.
But I definitely agree, like the tone in the beginning felt a little like flat,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but then you throw Danny DeVito and
Yeah,
things
Danny DeVito got it going.
yeah,
He had him flying
it's
in that
amazing what
chair.
a little DeVito will do, you know.
Yeah, Danny DeVito, he's definitely kicking it up. He's in that new movie, what, Migrate or something like that, like the new kids
Oh, is
movie.
he?
So
Is he?
yeah, he
Yeah.
voices one of the characters, and so he had me laughing through that whole movie too. So definitely check that out. Danny DeVito. You need to
Yeah,
put Danny DeVito in a like horror movie.
I know.
Like a little
Oh my
fucking the
gosh.
Leprechaun. Make him the new Leprechaun. That would be bad.
It'd be
Yeah,
fitting.
yeah, that's crazy.
Little DeVito.
Little DeVito. You're gonna get canceled, guy.
No, I don't mean it like that. It is, he's short. So
All right. So
well,
we've seen the craziest things happen this year, like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey opened the door for people creating films with characters from Disney. Just the other day, Mickey Mouse was free to use on the public domain, and the internet's been going crazy. What do you guys think about that? Just the whole domain, like, with
That's
people not.
why that's what
yeah,
I was saying. Because when I
Yeah,
saw the Mickey Mouse mousetrap thing, whatever, and I
yeah,
was like, Disney's about to sue their asses, but I didn't know
nah,
that like Mickey's like free. What? They
yeah,
get
yep.
rid of Mickey like that? That's
and I
But it,
crazy.
think I think Bambi's coming up. There's a
yep,
like, and was it Snow White? Isn't there like a
yeah.
Snow White one coming up?
But it's not the
Wow.
regular Mickey Mouse. It's like the Steamboat Willie one. So it's like
Yeah.
the black and white one. So you know what I mean? So they gotta. So if you, I don't know what that mousetrap one is gonna look like. You know what I mean? But if he's
Did
not
you watch
black
the
and
trailer?
white,
Did you watch the trailer?
nah.
Oh,
It's
it's
very
No.
literally
cheesy.
yeah. It's just a person and a mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's
Okay.
the like a mask and was he like wearing a hoodie or something?
Yeah, it
He was
felt
wearing
like
like regular clothes.
Mm,
yeah the outfit was
yeah.
it was a
Like,
weird
it's
choice
just
for. I'm like, what do you like? You could have made a different choice for
yeah, literally.
the design. I don't know. I'm like having like this weird moment about it too, because I'm like, is nothing sacred, dude? Like, are we have
Mm,
to like make everything evil? I don't know. It's like a weird when it's like a kid's thing, and then we're taking it to, and I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just I don't. It's kind of unnecessary, but we'll see what they do. If they
Yeah.
made it like something actually good,
Mm.
then maybe I'll change my mind. But for now, I'm kind of like, eh.
But it's funny though because you had, what was it, made headlines that like a school teacher kind of showed the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey to a fourth grade class, like thinking it was like Winnie the Pooh,
Oh
and
my
like
god.
it wasn't, you know. So that's kind of like the same shit
He
that
didn't
happened.
think blood
Yeah,
and
yeah,
honey.
seriously.
Yeah, but it was different though because look at the like back in the day when Jack Frost came out, you know what I mean? Like the mix up that they had
Oh,
there with that shit. So
yeah. But that's understandable. There's no
yeah,
like blood. Like something
Yeah, it's
that tells
literally
you
the
that
same
there's not.
title. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, Jack Frost and Jack Frost, that's crazy. The
I
one
so
with like
what I
Michael
appreciate
Keaton.
about the Winnie the Pooh thing is like if you watch it, that opening scene where they describe like the storyline of how like why they're evil
mm,
now, I was like, that's actually like a pretty decent plot line. They were so like upset that Christopher Robin grew
Yeah,
up
she
and left
left.
them,
Mhm.
and then
mm,
they couldn't fend for themselves and they became cannibals. It was like
nah,
this is actually like a pretty well
Makes
thought out
sense.
story. Yeah, like um yeah, if they could do something like that with these other stories they're going to do that with, then
yeah,
that'd be fine. But if they're just going to make them just to make them, and like whoever can get there first is going to
yeah,
be
get
the
it
film
done.
that wins, I think we're going to see a bunch of shitty movies if that's what happens.
Yeah, I think Peter Pan also we're gonna get
Oh
that.
yeah, yep,
So yeah,
yep,
Oh my gosh, they're
but
getting
yeah,
everybody.
yeah, yeah.
but that's the thing is, what was it, Jagged Edge Productions? So they're quick to it, you know what I mean? Like they just
Mhm.
they put out how many? I don't even know how many movies they put out a year. They
A
just
lot.
pump them, you know what I mean? So it's like I
They're
wonder.
not doing all of these, are they? Or
I think
I
they
thought
have the
the
Bambi one, and they're
oh,
doing
okay,
part two to Winnie the Pooh. So I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't think the Mickey Mouse one
No,
was
I don't think that's
them.
them.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they weren't up on that.
I'm surprised too.
Nah.
So I think the deal is like after so many years, something becomes free domain unless the original person like
Yeah, renews it.
renews the rights. So
Yeah,
obviously Walt Disney can't renew the rights. Is that the deal?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I gotta look into it, but
Yeah, yeah,
I'm sure they don't really care because it's Steamboat Willie and not like the actual,
Actual
sure.
Mickey.
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah,
So they're
yeah,
probably like, oh, fuck it. We'll take a
yeah,
loss on that. But I was shocked though, like Winnie the Pooh, like he's one of the big characters still like over
yeah.
there. So, but
Yeah.
it
Same
is
with
what
Peter
it is.
Pan, and
Yeah, yeah, you can
yeah,
see Peter Pan just being let go though. It's not
it's
that
been
big.
done so many times,
Yeah,
so many times over too. Yeah.
yeah. So now, if you're into video games, we got a lot of cool games that dropped this year. We got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game that was created by Gun Media that made Friday the 13th. Uh, did you play that, Nikki? I know you like to play The Sims though, so I don't know if you like to play anything else with that.
Um, no, I don't have my system anymore, but
Uh,
no, I haven't
No,
gotten to
okay.
it. I've watched a bunch of gameplays.
Uh,
you
It
like
now
to
looks
play
you
really cool
Sims?
though. I love Sims. I play it religiously. It's so bad.
now do you play with the mods or no?
Yes, I had to spice it up with the mod.
With the mod. Now, do they have any horror mods on there or anything like that?
Yes,
They do.
I
All
literally
right.
have my Sims watching horror movies. I have Child's
Okay.
Play, Halloween,
All
I
right.
Know What You Did Last Summer, and Disturbia, and some other few. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
No House of Wax
I'd just
though.
be sitting there watching it from the TV, like,
But you don't have them watching House of Wax though.
see,
So you're slipping.
I'm slacking.
You got to get that mod and put it in there.
I really do. Oh my gosh. Y'all will never hear from me again.
So when did you get into playing Sims? I got so many questions for you.
Hmm.
I've been playing for a long time, like when Sims first was like on the GameCube.
And you
Okay.
just have played ever since?
hmm It like
And,
transitioned to like it went from GameCube and then it went on PC, and I just been like they're up to like just Sims 4 now, and I just download it whatever they have.
and you have
Okay.
like these elaborate worlds that you've built?
Yes, I bought like majority of all the packs. Like I think I only don't have 2 out of like 30 packs.
Wow.
Hmm.
It's
That's
so sad.
dedication. No, that's dedication.
They should have like a ghost face like
Same.
person that could just go over there and just
Yeah.
kill people and shit like that.
You know, there's like different, like we're all different types of people, but you are a very specific person because like you like something and you stick to it. And I
Hmm.
feel like you do that with your movies too. Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
always pump House of Wax, the Halloween movies. Like you tend to like you just go all in on the things you love, and
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
which is nice. I mean, it's nice to, like there's other people that just like are constantly getting the newest thing and into the newest
Mhm.
thing. So it's there's no judgment on it. It's just like that's definitely you. Like you stick to
It
what
kind
you
of
love.
sucks sometimes because I do like want to like I'll try to break out like with like TV shows or something.
Hmm.
Whether it's horror or not, it's so hard for me to get into some. You see me, Brandon, watching freaking The Wayans all the
Yeah.
time. It's
Yep.
like once I have a show or like a movie or something, I'm just stuck on it. I can just repeat it like 1,000
Yeah.
times and not get bored of it. But I wish I could like, have the attention span really to like try something else. Like if I
Hmm.
watch a new show, if I'm not like entertained within like the first 20 minutes, I'm just like, I'm out.
Yep.
And then I'll watch something I've watched a million times and laugh at it like it's new, but I've seen it
Yeah.
already.
But it's that comfort level. It takes you back to
Yes.
like
Mhm.
when you first watch it for the first time and shit like that. And that's how
Yeah.
horror is with me. What I mean? Like I always say, watching with my grandmother and shit. So that's like something that just takes me into that zone. Like when I was a kid. I mean? That's why
Yeah.
I love horror so much. So
Nick, do
so
you
yeah.
multitask too? Do you like do other things while you have like movies playing? Or do you have to be like fixed on the movie?
Some movies I'll like just be fixed on, like my favorites, like House of
Mhm.
Wax, I'm all in. Freddy vs. Jason, all in.
Mhm.
Other movies, like any of the Halloween movies, I'm most likely playing Sims.
Yeah.
You're like that with music too, though, right? Don't you kind of like some like older music?
Yeah, I like teeter-totter back and forth
Okay.
between two
Mm.
music.
Sorry, I'm like dissecting, but I'm just like it's very interesting because I think I'm in between. Like, there's times where I have like zero attention span, so I don't even watch new stuff, and I kind of just stick with stuff that I don't have to pay close attention to because
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know I'm not going to be able to sit down. But sometimes I'm like, I got to watch whatever the newest thing is and trying to like absorb as much new stuff as possible. But music, I always have to have new stuff. I can't like stick with too much old stuff. That's the only thing that like is pretty consistent for me.
Now, did you play Sims growing up, Dave?
I don't think I've ever played Sims.
Wow,
Ever.
you're missing out. It was like Sims and Roller Coaster Tycoon.
I feel like Sims is what led to Minecraft being possible, right? Because it's about building worlds and building things,
like
right?
That and like Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Kind of has like the same theme going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Build your own stuff. Have your own life.
I never made my own life virtually.
I have a million lives on there. It's crazy.
A million lives.
Nah, Dave, you gotta see the shit though that some of these sim mods can do though. Like if you could see some of the mods, you'd be like, yo, what the
Pretty
fuck?
nasty. Yeah.
Mind blown.
Crazy shit.
Oh boy.
Like I see it in like some people's stories, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? So that Chris, that
I have a really funny story. One of my Sims, she was like, she was having a party. It's usually they have like these welcome like housewarming things when your Sim first moves in. So I just made it like a party. And one of the welcome warmers people came and she had like cum on her face and like everyone's reaction like they were all reacting crazy. Like they all had like the little bubble that like everyone's like, oh, gasping, looking at the person, and it has like the cum stain in the bubble. They're like, look at this girl. She has cum at the party. It was so freaking funny. Oh my gosh.
It always just killed me how they talked and shit though. Anyway, like Hittenberg. I'm like,
English.
Nah, yeah, so yeah, definitely, David. You should try it out, Dave.
Brandon, you do Sims?
No, like when it first came out a long time ago.
I can't even
and then
picture you playing Sims.
No, when it came out, I was probably like 13 or something.
Yeah.
So it was like that, and then just seeing it now, like the way where it is now, like I said with the mods, it's like
it's
crazy.
I was too busy partying. So I was too busy partying to play Sims. Sorry.
All right, cool guy.
Right, okay. Wait, you were the only one that went to your prom, right?
Yeah, he's the only one. Too busy partying. Fucking Cindy Lou.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
So let's get back to movies. All right.
Hold on, I'm not finished with fucking video games. So for all everybody that's listening, Alan Wake 2 also released, and that actually won Horror Game of the Year. The first Alan Wake came out in Xbox probably around like in 2009, around that time. So if you guys check out the trailer to this game, Alan Wake 2, you're probably like, what the fuck? Because the way it transitioned, it's actually like a horror movie story too, like included into the game. So yeah, definitely check it out. I would sit there and I think you guys would like it. You know what I mean? If you've seen the trailer, because it has like a movie theme to it.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Yeah, it's called Alan Wake 2. So it's on PlayStation and I think it's just on PS5.
Maybe Nick can make her Sims play it. You can play it vicariously through your Sims.
Nah. Shit. All right. So yeah, now let's get back to the movies. Okay. So we seen like, where Scream had gone this year. It came out Scream 6. We thought we were gonna get a new film. We thought we were gonna get Scream 7. I know there was a lot of controversy around it, and with people kind of saying how they felt about things, and projects kind of just falling flat. What do you guys think about that?
No good.
No That's no good.
No good. That's no good. With that little bar at not good.
Very nice.
Nah, but yeah, on a serious note, it's like, do you guys think that they should try to push it to get it done, or do you think they should just let this shit go?
Yeah, just let it go.
Nah. You got that many people. Like, how do you continue a story with that many people not present in it that are supposed to be in the story? So I mean, like, I don't get it. And now there's like so much negativity like around the project. And you know how horror fans are. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
including us as well. Like we love drama and like shitting on something before it even comes out and like saying how much we're gonna hate it and stuff like that. I just feel like if they do that, the negativity that's gonna come out around it before it even releases is gonna be insane. Like, watch, they'll probably end up, maybe they'll end up pushing because they want the money, but I just feel like it's set up for failure before it even is being made. So I don't think it's a wise choice, but I know money wise, it's probably a wise choice.
Yeah.
Because we'll all go see it still, no matter what.
Yeah. And I think the way they ended the last film, you know, just leaving the mask on the floor, on the ground, it kind of like closed the door to that chapter for those two characters anyway. So, but
now it's just more annoying that they didn't kill more people in 6 if they
yeah.
don't make another one. You know what I mean? Because like they set it up for more, like I'm assuming 7 was probably going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah.
Like a lot of deaths and stuff. And now it's like we're leaving in on that. I mean, I liked the installment, but like death wise, it was pretty lackluster.
No.
I don't know. What do you do? Give it a break for a few years and then revisit it? I don't know.
That would be their best bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think
they're kind of oversaturated with Scream stuff right now anyway, and taking a break wouldn't have been a bad idea in the first place.
Yeah, they just keep trying to push them out, and it's like just
because that's how I looked at it. I didn't think we needed three in a row. You know what I mean? I thought they dropped the 2 that we had and then leave it alone and come back like they did with Scream 4. You know, it was going for 10 years or something like that. So I don't know.
Make us miss it, you know?
Yeah.
It's like Halloween. Nobody misses Halloween. So nobody is like excited for another Halloween project right now.
No.
Just had a bunch. Now it's Scream, you know. Make us miss things again.
Make me miss it.
Come on. I want to miss you, please.
You sound like somebody that got blocked. Oh shit.
I'm just salty.
Make me miss you. Oh shit. But yeah, there was so many other titles that came out. Nick, I know you were not a fan of this film. Skinamarink.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's a lot of mixed like feelings about this film. It's crazy because it's labeled as like a 2022 film, but it actually released on Shudder in January. Yeah, I think it was January. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what did you think when you first seen it, Nick? Since you're not a big fan of it, I want to know.
Because the trailer looked really creepy and whatever. I was like, oh, this, looks like it could be really scary. I went to go see it and then realizing, the whole movie is going to be like just floor and ceiling shots.
Yeah.
I think, and that was like the door disappearing or something.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just seeing that and I was like, all right, just waiting for, to get somewhere. And it just wasn't. I think I literally walked out of that one too.
Did you like the baby voices? Did you like the baby voices? Like the little kid voices? Those are very, very interesting.
It wasn't.
Oh, so you seen it in the theater?
Yeah, because I thought it would be like that would be a creepier more experience because darker and all that. But no,
it wasn't creepy at all watching it in the theater. No.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I had watched it when it released on Shudder, so I got the vibe. I got the feelings that that certain people that liked it. I felt that because like it brought me back to like being like a kid because I watched at my house. I turned all the lights off and I had my kids there. My kids fell asleep on it though, so it's like whatever. But I'm sitting there watching it. I kind of had to force myself to watch it, but it was longer than what it should have been. But I felt the vibes of like being that kid in the house and it's in the middle of the night and you're just hearing all these fucking creepy noises and shit, and then you have the TV on to kind of keep you safe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's I got the vibe for that and I felt it, but I wouldn't label that as like one of my favorite films of the year, but like it got its point across, for me. It was decent. Not bad that, I didn't see it in the theater, so I didn't waste money like you. So
where did daddy go?
Where did daddy go?
Where did daddy go?
I
actually just recently watched it and I watched it on my laptop and I need to like rewatch it because I didn't get that experience. And I feel like I would have had I was like, as I was watching, I was like, shit, I shouldn't have done this. I should have watched it with like the lights off because
Yeah,
It's kind of it's like Outwaters, which came out this year.
yeah,
Same experience. Like it's one of those movies that you're either gonna enjoy it because you enjoy that like uncomfortable experience that it's giving you, or you're gonna hate it, which
Mhm.
there was plenty of both on for both of those films, I think. But both of those
Yeah.
needed to be seen like a specific way. I feel like you had to
yeah,
have the lights off. You had to kind of immerse yourself. It's not a movie you're gonna like do other things while you're watching it, and you just gotta kind of like be uncomfortable. Like when we were
mm,
talking to like Robbie from that did the Outwaters, I like mentioned to him, I was like, I was frustrated at times with this movie, like
mm-hmm.
the flashlight scenes. Like I'm like, I just want to see the whole fucking frame. But like you're only showing me this flashlight. But I feel like that was like, you're supposed to feel frustrated with them. Like even in like Skinamarink with like some of the long shots, it's like, oh my god, this is so long.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's part of the experience too. So
Mm.
I guess like whether you like it or you didn't like it, I give a lot of credit to people who make like experimental films in general, and then
Yeah,
like just put it out there, because that's like a very like anything you create makes is like a vulnerable feeling.
Mhm.
But putting out there is something that is not going to be received by everyone, and
yep,
probably is going to like be more than just like disliked by some.
Mhm.
Is like a pretty brave
It's
thing
a
to
lot.
do. So I give them
Mhm.
a lot of credit.
yeah. Yep. Yeah, we touched on Cobweb already, and that kind of had
Oh
that.
yeah, Nick, did you watch Cobweb?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
Okay,
get
I
No,
on
I
think
it.
you,
haven't.
I think you, I think you would like it, but I don't know. It's a cool twist at the end.
Brandon, like I know we both were like, oh, I loved like the twist.
Yeah.
I saw somebody post on X. They were saying it was like post a movie that the last like quarter of the movie ruined it. And they posted Cobweb. And I was so disappointed because I was like, I thought the
Mm,
twist was fine. Like it
yeah.
kind of for me, it was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. And it just changed the tone of the movie. I was like, that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I guess some people didn't like that about it.
Yep.
Sucks.
And what we got Meg 2. I don't know if you guys are big fans of that.
I liked Meg 1, but like Meg 2, the trailer just looked,
Yeah. Meg 2 streaming on
yeah.
Max. I watched that the other day when I was sick and I was just like, why am I watching this?
Was
But
it too crazy? It looked too crazy for me.
it was too crazy and it kind of like revisited some of the same type of scenes that were in the first
Thanks for the
movie.
first one.
Yeah.
Is he surfing on a Meg?
I
In
don't
that
know.
scene?
I don't know. I don't know. I had COVID watching that, so
Yeah.
I think I probably fell asleep and woke back up. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Mhm.
they what was it? It kind of like landed in that same type of what was it? That fucking little island resort shit from the first one.
Hmm.
Remember like that? And so it like revisits that again. Like, and I'm like, why is this? Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. But if you want to watch Meg 2, it's streaming on Max. And if you like it, I'm sorry that we don't like it, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I liked the first
Yeah, the
Meg. I
first one,
thought I enjoyed it. I knew what it was going into it, and it met my expectations. But this one, yeah.
it was a cash grab.
Hmm.
There was a big film that kind of like stood out to us. It came out on Hulu. No One Will Save You.
Yeah.
Did you watch that, Nikki?
Mm-mm. But
The
I've heard
Alien?
a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah.
Fuck. I liked it a lot,
Oh, you watched
actually.
it?
Oh, hell yeah. And that's actually probably within like my top 5 of the year.
Okay.
I
Really?
think I kind of discovered that I really like alien abduction movies, I guess.
Mm,
Because I was like, oh, this
Oh,
kind of
that
reminded me of,
one. Okay.
yeah, it
Okay.
kind of reminded me of like Signs and a few other like alien movies. I liked it. I thought it was pretty intense. I couldn't tell like if she was gonna make it the whole time. It was good.
yeah. It was definitely worth it because we talked about it. It was like probably like 2 episodes or something like that in between.
October, yeah.
It was just like I would watch like a half hour and then like another half hour. I watched it in pieces. It was just like one of those movies where it was just like, all right, I'm going to sleep or whatever. But I have to watch it again like all the way through. But from what I've seen and how I watched it, I enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
would definitely recommend it.
Yeah,
So
she does a good job. I can't remember what that actress's name is, but
yeah, I
she
forgot.
she does a really good job considering there's like zero lines.
Yeah,
It's all just like reaction and like fighting and stuff like that, and like just being terrified. I thought she did a really good job, and the movie was well made. It was like, cool visuals and stuff like that.
I think it would have been cool to see that in the theater, though.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I
I
would have
definitely could have seen that. Yeah. And you know what? I always get nervous when they show too much Alien. But like I didn't mind because they change, like, I'm not, this isn't a spoiler, but there's different types of the alien, and I thought that was cool. But yeah, I would check it out.
So there's another movie that kind of like stood out to me, but like I watched it late. I watched it also like when I was sick the other day. It was Infinity Pool.
I
I
just watched
missed
that
it
too.
like when it first came out. What
Me
did you
too.
think about that, Nikki?
It was pretty good. Yeah, I was late to watching it too. I
Yeah.
think I checked it out in like the summer.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it was really, really odd. At first I couldn't get, what was going on, or I didn't really like his girlfriend much.
Yeah.
I thought there was something up with her, like she was doing something. But it was a really like crazy premise. The whole
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if it's, him or like himself or he, it
Yeah.
was just like very back and forth.
Yeah, it wasn't. I like that.
It's very
I like the way they
Cronenberg
ended
like,
it.
right?
Also,
Mm-hmm.
ending was cool.
Oh, was that the milk, or, like breastfeeding him? Is that the end?
No. Like he was able actually
Oh
to
yeah, when he
leave.
left, he went back,
Yeah, he
right?
went
Oh no, he
back.
went back to
Yeah,
the island or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had that feeling. I'm like, this motherfucker's going back. I'm
Yeah.
just like
Yeah,
sitting
yeah.
there. I'm like,
Man, that was wild.
Yeah,
yeah,
that was a bizarre movie, but definitely interesting. So
yeah. Now you finally seen Saw 10, right, Dave? Yeah, because
yep.
you're a big fan of it. Nick, did you watch it yet? Saw 10?
Yeah. I saw it.
Now, what did you think of it?
I I actually like that. I think that's
Yeah.
honestly probably Saw 2 is my favorite of the Saw, but like I
hmm
think this would be second for me.
Yeah, that's the same for
I
me.
like
I
the
think
story.
second. Yeah, second one and this one. I was laughing because Dave's a big fan of the Saw series, and it's like I really don't care about most of them, and I'm just like whatever. I'm like he didn't see it yet at the time. I'm like you need to see this one because he's actually killing people that he should kill. I'm
Yeah.
like before he's like fucking killing people that he shouldn't be
Did bad
fucking
things.
with.
Yeah, had nothing to do with him.
Yeah, it wasn't his business. That's what I was saying. John, mind your fucking business. This has nothing to
It
do with
wasn't his
you.
business.
But yeah, it made sense, you know. So,
Yeah.
but now they're coming back
Yeah.
with another one next year. So,
Yeah.
what
There
did you
we
think,
go.
Dave? What do you
I
think?
loved it. I loved it. Of course I loved it. It was like exactly what a Saw movie should be. You know what's funny though? I'm watching it and I'm like, people give me shit about all the other Saw movies that I love. But
hmm
like there was so many things in here that I was like, are you kidding me? That I'm surprised you guys weren't more mad about. Like
Uh,
the the elaborate prank beyond the prank, like
yeah,
when they think they escape but then he's still ahead of them. Like yeah, I was
Mhm.
like, people, I was surprised people didn't give more like pushback to that stuff, but I
yeah,
had no problem with it because that's a Saw movie for me.
I
yeah.
feel like compared to the other ones though, like the gore level and like the kills were not like as like extreme as like the
But
first
they
one.
were like
The first
effective, right? So it was like
Yeah.
Yeah,
stuff that
like
made you
mhm.
squirm, but it
Yeah.
wasn't like over the top. Like there was some scenes in there that I was like, oh, this is kind of hard
Like
to
the leg
watch. Yes.
thing.
Yep.
hmm
Yep.
Yeah, that
I
made
think
me
that, and I think that's like getting back to like the roots of the Saw franchise. It's less about
laugh.
like making a person explode or doing something like that, and it's more about like actually like like they were considered like torture porn movies back then. So it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
getting more back to that a little bit, which, yeah, I thought the kills were pretty awesome. And like you said, Brandon, the storyline was great because
Yeah.
like it was frustrating. Like those people, like you wanted to see bad things happen to them because they were
Yeah.
just such bad people, right?
hmm
So yeah, so that
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, because you have everyone else and other ones with like drug addicts and stuff, and they're like, you're making the
Yeah,
wrong choice. You're putting that poison in your body. Like the fuck, that's not your
like why
business.
does that concern you?
Yeah.
So
And you
like
got a
that's
little boy in a trap for once, right? You got a kid in a trap.
oh yeah, but I like that because he was not that I like that he was in it, but
Oh, I like that.
you'd seen a different side of John because it was like he was
Yeah.
just like okay, like I'm
They
gonna sit
show
there
that
and
he's
help
not,
this
yeah,
kid.
he's not
Yeah,
evil. He's
yeah,
literally like just trying to put some balance in the world, right?
yeah.
You're gonna do some fucked
Mhm.
up stuff, then you got to make some choices in your
But he
life.
was about to piss me off though in the beginning of the movie. Because when that kid was stealing the watch, and then John was sitting there looking at him, I'm like, dude,
Don't you do
mind your,
that.
mind your fucking business. Let this guy fucking steal whatever the fuck he wants to steal. But then it was just like, all right, we got
But
past that.
it also showed that even he's not immune to getting tricked, right?
Yeah,
So I think
yeah,
it
Yeah.
kind of like the whole film was about humanizing him, and he's
Mhm.
not like, because everybody, they it kind of turned into a running joke. Like it's like Michael Myers. He keeps coming back.
yeah,
I mean, they explain it away 1,000 times, but this one was more about like showing the human side of him, and like how that originated into him becoming who he became. So very
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it
Now,
was really good.
now, yeah, there was so many movies, like we said. But this one kind of like stood out to me because it was like a horror comedy. It was called The Blackening. Did you guys check that out?
I no, it's streaming now, and I was trying to watch it before we recorded today because I had a feeling we were going to talk about it. I didn't get
Yeah.
to.
Mm,
Do you like it, Nikki?
no. I
No, you didn't
honestly
Really?
like it?
I forgot that was another one that came out this year too. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I thought it had some funny scenes to it and shit like that. So it was
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
entertaining
Hmm.
and stuff, something different. So I enjoyed it because like we always talk about like how like black horror is kind of like showcased in a different type of way, and they were kind of like
Hmm.
able to kind of like change it, with this film, and I thought they did a good job with it. So and it's kind of cool seeing like a lot of those upcoming black actors, get that the role and being on the big screen doing like horror movies and kind of like changing the whole scene because we had Jeffrey Reddick gone from that created Final Destination, also one of your favorite franchises. His main thing was trying to like create like a black cast, horror film,
Yeah.
and it could never go through. And so it was cool. Like he was still working on that day by the time that we were sitting there talking with him about
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
And so it was cool that you have someone able to kind of create this project off of like a short film. So I just say congratulations to everybody that was on that project, and so hopefully we see something more like that. Even if people didn't like it, it was still like it was a good thing for horror.
Yeah. Yeah, it had its funny moments. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just kind of fell flat for me. But when it was funny, it was fun. Like
Yeah, there's like certain
the whole
points.
the questions when they were playing the game, the questions. Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Like
was
I
funny.
I
The
like the
audience reacting to it.
yeah, like the part when they asked him questions about the Friends show. And so
Oh yeah, they were like
yeah.
no
So
one knew anything.
no, but then they were like, "Oh, well, this guy was on there, but this then da, da, da." Like I never watched Friends consistently like that. I never got into it. Dave, were you a big fan of Friends?
Nah, nah. I've seen it like bits and pieces. Never watched
Yeah,
it for what it's
see,
Yeah,
worth.
this bit.
yeah. So for me, it was like, Wayne's brothers and all that shit like that. So, and it was
Yeah.
funny because like the Wayne's brothers would always make jokes about Friends.
Mm-hmm.
So,
He was like who? What's a friend besides the yuppies on NBC?
yeah. Yeah. Nah,
Oh
so
my gosh.
another film that I had just watched when I was sick the other day that I slept on for a while was Beau is Afraid. Now that was a
Oh,
Ari Aster film. I thought it was actually good.
with Joaquin Phoenix.
You watched it?
Mm-mm.
I think it's
Is he
definitely worth.
the aging thing? Like that's the picture for it. It's like he's a little boy to old man.
No, so basically what happens in that it jumps around, so it goes back into the story. That's what I thought it was about too, like him aging and stuff like that.
Mm.
But it kind of like the story is like flashbacks and stuff and goes back and forth when he was younger. And so, for this film, it definitely, you know, like we always in life, we always say, we're the biggest monsters in life, like humans. And so like this kind of like exposes that and goes into it a little bit more. And like he has like a illness and everything like that that kind of like transforms his mind and he sees things kind of like worse than what it actually is.
Mm.
So it's a good movie. See, that's the thing. Like his other films like that, like Hereditary and Midsummer, they don't hit the same, but this did. This was a little different for me. So I appreciated this film a little bit more than those other two films because it's labeled a horror comedy, but it's not like it's forcing you. Like it's not really hard, but it's just like it's like fucking crazy, and it's just like the way that everything like the way you see things in life that's like really scary to certain people
Sure.
and how he
Mhm.
views it. So like for Hereditary and Midsummer, I think those were kind of like forced to be like type horror films. Not would
Mhm.
you consider like those like truly horror films, or like how did you see those films from Ari Aster?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were
Because Dave,
talking to
because
me.
Dave loves them. Dave
I
loves
do.
them. I know
You
that,
know, he
but
already
No,
knows my opinions.
like
but it's
yeah, Hereditary definitely has like I would consider that, very or the way it makes you feel uncomfortable and
yeah,
certain scenes, though yeah.
And
nah,
Midsommar, I think, is the same. It's like
yeah,
just there's like discomfort at some point. It's about like things aren't how they appear. There's like another like layer underneath that. So I don't know.
Mm.
yeah. And that's the thing for me. Like I said, it was just like those other two were like forced. Like this is horror, and then like this, you really didn't hear much about it, but and just you just see it's labeled as like a horror comedy, but
Yeah. Yeah.
it's different.
Give it a
Yeah.
shot. Is it streaming or
I think it's on
It's on Paramount
Paramount
Plus if
Plus,
you have the Showtime or
Showtime.
premium. So that's why
oh,
I didn't
okay.
get to watch it. I went to
Yeah.
go watch it and I saw that. So
Yeah, well, if you
I
get
thought I
the
saw it.
yeah, you gotta get the Showtime but you gotta bundle it and then you can get it for $10. So that's how I have it. I have it bundled. So you get
I
Showtime and
gotta
Paramount Plus.
I gotta tell my parents to upgrade their account
You
because
gotta yeah, you gotta
I'm
fix
sharing the
that.
password.
You gotta fix that.
Shit.
You guys got a
Uh,
bundle.
damn. But yeah, there were so many other movies. What are some other movies that stood out to you guys? Because we had like The Boogeyman, Renfield,
Yeah, Boogeyman.
Exorcist.
Boogeyman was on my list. I talked to you about that like earlier in the
Hmm.
year. I really enjoyed it, and I know it didn't get like a lot of talk, and some people weren't as high on it, but
Mhm.
there was some themes in there I really loved. I thought the film was enjoyable. I really left there with like no real like issues with it.
Yeah.
Decent film. So yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. Like the opening was crazy. Like when he kills, well, it's off screen, but like when he kills the kid and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
thought we are gonna be in for like something extreme, but it was. I don't know. I forgot it was PG-13, so
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's
kind
true.
of. Mhm.
Now, Dave, you were a big
Um,
fan of Insidious, wasn't you? The Red Door.
I did not watch Insidious because you guys shit on it. So I was like,
Nah,
it's been there, and I'm like, oh, I could watch that, and I'm like, no, everyone said it was boring, so
yeah, it's not the greatest.
skip that one.
But
Nick,
you
did you
did
see
see The
that?
Nun too.
Oh hell yeah, I saw Nun too.
The Nun
it's
too
pretty
was decent.
You
It's
bet
better
your
than the
fucking
first
ass I
one.
saw Nun too.
You bet your ass. Oh, yeah, because you've seen The Nun 2 in theaters over going to see Saw.
Yes, I
And I was
did.
like,
We had like
why?
2 more days left in the theaters. I was like, I'm gonna do this, and I'll go to Saw the next weekend, and I never went to go see Saw.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's true.
failed. I failed in life, and I have to live with that, guys. I have to live with that. So yeah.
shit.
Brandon, one film that I saw get mentioned on a bunch of lists, and I was kind of like surprised, but then it was like, oh yeah, actually that was good. Wrath of Becky
Yeah,
was on a bunch
yep,
of people's lists,
yeah,
for like, oh, especially like a lot of like those top like 15 or so. I was like, that actually is a good pick because that like I don't know that it's kind of like that question, like what do you consider horror? I never
yeah,
really thought of it as horror. It's more to me, it's more like action, but there's like horrific elements with like the kills and stuff like that. That was a
Mm.
fun ass movie. So that's cool that people are kind of adding that to their list this year, I think.
yeah.
I haven't seen that one. What was that one about?
It's like, did you see what's the first one? Just Becky,
Becky.
friend? Did you see Becky? It has
Oh, there's a
Yeah, that's the second one.
Becky
So
is the first one.
yeah,
yeah.
Becky's the first one.
Oh, I don't even know about Becky.
I didn't even know
So
about Becky.
actually, you know the comedian Kevin James, right?
Yeah.
So in that movie, he was like the bad guy. He played like
Mm.
he so that's what kind of stood on. So in that first one, he was the bad guy. So it was like a different
I'm
role,
trying to remember the actress's name that's in it because I think people might know her, but I can't think
Yeah,
of it. Young girl. Me and Brandon don't know her name.
I
That'd be weird if
forgot
we
it.
did. People would judge us if we knew it. So in the second one, it's Stifler is the bad guy.
Yeah.
And he's like this neo-Nazi like group head, and then they're targeting her, and it's just like she gets revenge on them, but like she just goes through all these like elaborate ways to kill them off one by one. And it's like it's basically like a Saw movie, but just like more action and this girl giving them the business. So it's a lot of fun.
Girl
The
empowerment.
business.
Yeah.
Did you say feminine business?
No, giving them the business, but I should have said feminine. I wish I had thought of saying feminine business. That sounds interesting.
Shit.
Brandon, you mentioned it earlier too. Another one that I thought was like worthy of talking about for, enjoyable films this year. Sick.
Yeah, Sick.
Another one that some people didn't like. I guess people had like really different expectations for it, but when you take all those expectations away and just watch it for what it is, super topical with like, obviously all the pandemic stuff and how people were responding to each other during the time, and kind of fun, and I don't know.
Yeah. Cute and corny.
Yeah.
It started off strong. It definitely felt you had the vibe of Scream, you know what I mean? So it was just like it was weird because it was like we all were in that zone, you know what I mean, going through the pandemic and kind of being in the market, and shit was just like not in stock and kind of hard. But then you add a twist to it, like someone's on the phone, just like Scream, but this time they're texting you and they're like watching you and shit like that. And then it's just like it was crazy. That first 10 minutes was just nuts.
Yeah.
But then it was just like the characters change. So I think it was just like the tone of the characters that they had in the movie that kind of probably lost people. But overall, it was decent. Like it was on Peacock, it was streaming.
I love the part though when the girl comes out of the woods and she's being chased, and she gets to the car and she's like, let me in, let me in. The woman's like, she's like, I can't put down my window. Are you like when she goes, are you vaccinated or something like that? Like, I just thought it was like some of that stuff was kind of clever considering a lot of like the stupid arguments that were happening at the time.
Yeah.
So let's say, we mentioned most of them. The only one there was like, the only one that I had in my list that we didn't really talk about, Lord of Misrule. I just keep talking about it. I don't even know if it's streaming yet, but it will be soon. And we got to check that one out early, and I just loved it because it's like this folk horror type deal. And it's creepy, and I think people, when they get a chance to watch that, will enjoy it. But I try not to put films on here
spoil it.
Haven't films that people haven't had access to yet. So keep an eye out for that one.
So are there any other ones like on this list that we haven't talked about yet, Nikki, that you think that you enjoyed like throughout the year? Like what are some other films?
I don't know. I feel like even just hearing some of the movies you guys named, I'm just like, wow, that really came out this year. I'm still like,
no,
I don't know. I feel like the main two that was really big for me was mostly Talk to Me, and then Thanksgiving's kind of came out just in November.
Thanksgiving was like one of those rare films that like I feel as the film went along, it actually got better as it went along versus like starting off really good and then kind of fizzling out. As the movie progressed, I was like, this movie's getting like, I enjoy this more and more as the movie goes along.
It was very I Know What You Did Last Summer vibes in that. Like the opening was like kind of Halloween when like Michael's going in the house.
Now, how do you feel about it? Because both films are getting sequels. Are you ready for that? What do you think about it?
I'm pretty excited for a Thanksgiving sequel. Talk to Me, not so much. I hate when like it's a perfectly good standalone movie and they just want to like make a franchise or trilogy out of it. It's like not everything needs to be dragged out. It kind of loses its charm.
It'll be a little different though because they talked about it like the other hand, you know what I mean? So they made that.
And speaking of the hand,
now you got it.
Oh
yes. When I saw like A24 was dropping it, I was like,
hold that closer. I want to see the details.
And
it's like glass, very hard.
Is that porcelain?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had seen that they were dropping that, and I was just like, man, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna wait and see how it looks.
Wait, what does it say?
It's like just like a bunch of names and just random words and stuff.
No, that's cool. They do a lot of good detail on there.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Do you ever do like seances with it?
Talk to me. I let
I
you
right,
in.
you know, it's funny because you can like smoke from this.
Oh, can you?
So like I'll just be holding it the whole time because you smoke from the finger,
Oh, okay.
and then they just be like, "All right, now talk to me."
Oh shit. Did you smoke out of it?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. There you go. I let you in.
Have you guys seen the poster for Witchboard 2?
Yeah.
No,
I feel like that's the inspiration for the hand. And I don't know if that ever got like asked or not.
Hmm.
I have to see that.
So in the poster, there's a Ouija board and there's like a hand coming out and it's choking the girl. Look it up if you haven't
Mm,
seen it. If you're listening to this, look up the poster for Witchboard 2. I feel like, and the hand has all the letters from the Ouija boards, and it just looks super like reminiscent of the hand from Talk to Me. I was like, I wonder if that was like in the like the way they do like the Talk to Me like
Yeah.
ceremony
the
is
setup for it, yeah.
it's
Mhm.
very similar to like what you would do with a Ouija board. So I was like wondering if Witchboard 2's poster was like inspiration for that.
Hmm.
So
Probably. That's cool.
someone let us know.
Let us know, Rocka Rocka Brothers.
Drop
Fucking
it in the comments.
yeah, right. Fucking yeah, so you finally seen Exorcist the Believer. What did you think about that? What did you guys think about that shit?
Couldn't get into it.
Nah.
Um, I feel like honestly, and that's the annoying thing sometimes with certain movies, it's like if they went under a completely different title, maybe like if it was just
Yeah.
own thing, okay, it'd be, but it trying to fall like under the Exorcist kind of thing. I don't know, I
Nah.
don't know. Something about that just doesn't mesh well.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I always would like because Dave hadn't seen it yet, but when I had seen it, I was saying like it's like they try to force it because it was like I think that if they would have just focused on just like the black family, like
Hmm.
their story was stronger, but I don't think they wanted to go the way of like, oh, they're just trying to be woke and they're just having a black cast and
Yeah.
this and that. So
Hmm.
it's like they forced it and added another family into it, and it was just like it didn't really like kind of work out because it was just it seemed like they just forced it a little bit. And so
Yeah.
they lost a little bit from on my end, but it was a decent watch, but it just could have been better if they would have just, stuck to it a little bit more. But it
I'm
seems
gonna
like just
Felt
challenge.
kind of
I'm gonna.
rushed too.
I'm
Like
gonna.
the how quickly like the girls got possessed or whatever. It
Yeah,
felt like
yeah.
it just happened so quickly.
I agree
Hmm.
with that. There's a lot of time spent in like the like. Well, I don't know how much time. It felt like a lot of time where like the parents are getting together,
Yeah.
wondering where their daughters are, and that
Hmm.
could have instead that could have like. But I know they want to show it more in like flashbacks or like I don't know the way they. I know I feel like they had an idea, but like it could have been better spent showing
Yeah.
something else.
Hmm.
I kind of feel like they I get what you're saying with like the two different families, like black and white. It felt like it was kind of like to avoid issues, but at the same time, they also were kind of trying to show like they used it to like these girls weren't supposed to be friends or something like that.
No, yeah.
So kind of like so that
Mhm.
it would be hard for the families to all gather the information they needed in order to figure out what was going on. I didn't hate it as much as most people, but I definitely see most people's like issues with the film.
Mm.
Couple okay scenes. I don't like when we had Justin from Epic Films on, and he brought up how they didn't even throw like a little tribute to William Friedkin for
Hmm.
at the beginning, and the film came out after his passing. Like that's kind of fucked up, and that was definitely
Yeah.
Yeah.
oversight on their end. That felt kind of big. And even her bring her character in, and we talked about like legacy characters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. I don't know how I felt about that, but there were some things I thought were kind of cool.
Yeah,
I
that
don't know.
little cameo at the end saved it for me.
Nah.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. That was kind of cool.
Well,
Yeah. Saved
get
it for that.
ready. You got two more films coming.
Two more Exorcist films,
Yeah, you didn't know this is a trilogy?
guy.
You didn't know that?
His
No,
face is like, what?
that is
Yeah,
all right.
this
That's
is a fucking
not needed at
trilogy.
all. That is not needed.
They need
Yeah,
to
that's what I'm
stop.
saying. It's like to the point where it's like, now what are you gonna do with it? It's a trilogy, and it's just like how they gave, like, and that's the same situation with the Halloween films that came out.
Yeah.
It was like they should have just left it at 2018.
Yep. Yeah, they could have totally.
That's the problem too, is like announcing it off the rip. They're like,
Yes.
oh, we're gonna automatically do a trilogy. You'll expect these 3 movies to come out or whatever.
So if you don't like the first one, you're not going to be excited that there's 2 more to come out. But again, we're gonna go see them anyway because we're horror fans, and that's what we do. And we're just like, we're dreading it, I guess.
We're getting mad at ourselves.
We are weird people, you know. Like, who else does this? Who else does this? I guess like probably comic book movie people.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Marvel people seeing the same exact type of story, just different hero.
Nobody brought up, and I'm actually really disappointed in both of you. Nobody brought up Children of the Corn.
Yeah, right.
Great.
Wow.
Big oversight on the 2 of you.
Oh, you already know why I didn't bring it up. I shitted on that fucking movie, and then fucking Shudder sent us a fucking box of fucking candy filled with it, and had that movie themed in it. And I'm like, thank you, Shudder. I love this movie. See, the thing is, Nick, we can't fucking really hate on movies like we want to.
I understand, but I
mean, you can, and we did when we did one of our episodes before that. Yeah, we shut up.
Then I felt bad.
Oh,
I mean,
it's like after saying, "Oh, this movie sucks," blah, 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 and then they send you a whole freaking gift basket.
Yeah.
With the movie.
All right, we have no connection to this movie, so maybe this is like, did you guys check out the Mean One?
No, I didn't watch it yet.
No, I only watched like just little snippets of it. Like, yeah, I wasn't really paying attention to it.
Okay.
I think you barely even see him, right? Like they said, like he was only in it for like 15 minutes or something.
You know what? That's totally possible. There's a few like action scenes where he's pretty prominent, but yeah, he doesn't talk. So there's no like Grinch voice or anything like that, which I thought was a big oversight because like they could have, and he could have pulled it off. He could have pulled it off too. He's David Howard Thornton. Yeah, that movie was, I kind of understand why it just like got swept under, and like we have like the Mousetrap like preview coming out everywhere, and people were talking about Winnie the Pooh, and then they did a Grinch horror one, and nobody really talked about it. Kind of can see why.
And I was excited for that because I love the Grinch or whatever, but like I thought this would be really scary, because the Grinch himself is kind of scary, but I thought they were gonna really do something wild with this, but it was just really cheesy and corny, like, but bad.
Oh man.
Hopefully somebody else maybe there's potential there. They could do something with that at some point.
Bring Jim Carrey back, make it a horror movie.
That could work.
That would work big time. Let him talk.
All right, let me ask you this.
Talk.
I've been having this debate all over the holidays. Do you guys like the cartoon Grinch, or either of the cartoon Grinches, or the Jim Carrey Grinch?
It's the Jim Carrey Grinch.
Jim Carrey.
Wow. Okay.
All day, every day.
It's a classic.
I understand, but
I understand. Which one do you pick?
Cartoons all the way. I like the cartoon. I like the original, but I also really like that newer one that
with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
That one's kind of
Tyler, the creator, did the most of the soundtrack. I thought that was a good one. You got Kenan Thompson in it.
As the security guard or whatever. No, the mailman or something.
Yes, he's like, he's good. He's this little round guy. He's like adorable. Yeah. I love that one. I've watched it so many times.
Dave, see, I think you like the first one so much because when we were in school, that's what they would put on around Christmas time, and then you would kind of get out of
home
doing schoolwork. You would sit there and be able to watch it in class.
Yep.
Have some goldfish.
That and Rudolph are my 2 favorites. I gotta watch this every year. So yeah.
Right.
I respect your decisions, guys.
I respect it. Whatever. All right. So what else we got here? Does that seem like we're at the top of that list? We're finished?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good list right there. There's a ton of like movies that we've talked about throughout the year that I feel like are notables, like heebie-jeebies.
Honorable mentions.
Yeah, there's just so many, like Hell House LLC, the new one. There's a bunch of those, but like I feel like what we were able to pinpoint today is kind of like the tops.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume everybody's putting Thanksgiving or Talk to Me or Thanksgiving as the top two.
Yeah. I seen
That's
When Evil Lurks like as number
Oh,
two.
yeah.
It goes from like
Yep.
Talk to Me and When Evil Lurks and like Thanksgiving. Like those are like the
Those are
top
like
three.
the top three.
Yeah,
Uh,
I would agree with that as
yeah,
top three. Yeah. So
definitely.
okay.
Are you guys excited? Like, are you excited for anything this year coming out? Like me, I'm excited for Terrifier. No, that's not coming out this year, huh? The third one? They pushed it
Yeah,
back to
Chris.
2025.
Yeah, so I think it's coming on October. Unless I don't know. I gotta check and see. But that was the last
I
time
thought they
I
had. I think they pushed it back.
I can't even
But
probably
if it
remember
was
what's
coming out this year,
coming. Yeah, I can't remember what's coming out this year. I've seen so many posters over the last few months of films, and I can't remember any of them, to be honest with
are
you.
you gonna see Night Swim? I was gonna see it tomorrow, but I'm not
yeah.
too sure.
Yeah, they that comes out tonight, so but
I
I
saw the
talked to
bad
someone that's
review.
seen it.
Yeah,
They're
I was
saying
like,
it's
Yeah, I
bad.
seen Zero. She saw it, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
got a
that's what I was telling
one
her.
star.
I was like, she put 1 star, I put yikes. She goes, yes, the way to start off 2024.
Mm.
it's
But
something,
I mean,
I
man.
it
think
looks
they,
corny. Like they had showed a glimpse of, I guess, whatever the monster thing was, and I was like, yeah, this
yeah.
looks like something so cheesy.
See, that's the
And I think
thing.
it's PG-13.
Oh, there
Yeah.
you go. Yeah.
See, that's the thing. It's like watching the trailer, like they play like Marco Polo, and then so I'm sitting there just like, what the fuck is this? Every time it came
Yeah,
on
I'm
the
like,
big
you're in the
screen,
pool.
I'm like, what is
Mm,
this? I'm like, all right, I want to go into this and kind of like not know what the fuck's going on. And of course,
Mhm.
today I seen the monster, like the face, and I'm just like, I didn't want to see this early. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Why is this already out? I like that they were kind of running with, you didn't have any
yeah.
background to it, so but yeah, that definitely ruined it today.
Yeah, it's like as soon as they started dropping more trailers, adding more context to it, then it kind of like lost its
Nah,
uh charm.
it is what it is. It's
Bummer.
the first movie to kick it off, so I'm pretty sure we got a big list of films that's coming out.
Brandon, I
Uh,
just remembered we actually didn't talk about. I haven't seen it, but if we don't mention the film, people are going to have a problem with us.
what's that?
Godzilla minus one.
Yeah, I
Oh
put that
my
on the
God.
list. I put that on the list. Yeah, a lot of people have been putting that at the top of their list also, but I didn't see it yet. And so,
It's great.
Yeah,
It was great.
yeah,
10 out of 10. We all clapped. It was nice.
awesome,
there you
awesome.
go.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. I hope I get a chance to see that soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
you both
shocked to
didn't
see
see
him.
it?
Mm-mm.
No, I didn't see it because
Yeah,
I wanted to see it in the theater, but then I was just like so fucking busy. And so I was like, fuck.
yeah, I feel like it came out at like kind of an inconvenient time. I
Yeah.
wish it came out earlier in the year, but yeah, I was shocked to see how many people had that ranked so high, and just all the
Yeah.
talks about it. It just sounds like people are loving it. So good for them.
But it's a
10 out of 10.
so we might be able to catch it because I think they're gonna release it again in black and white.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, so I heard something about that. So
that's pretty cool.
back in theater, like that one
Watch it.
night only type shit, probably.
Are we getting Adam Wingard's or Godzilla this year, or is that
I think
later?
that's the share. So like the crossover between those two.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's the share.
because they had dropped the
April?
posters for that a
Yeah, I
while
think it's in
ago. Yeah,
April.
yeah.
Oh, him and Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the
Yep.
posters for those.
Yeah, so I don't know. So this you're telling me this Godzilla is better than all the rest of them that just came out like the last few years, set up like that. You
Yeah.
enjoy it more? Okay.
All right, let me ask you a question. Is it more about Godzilla than about the people? Because that was what always drove me nuts with the more
No,
recent ones.
it's more so like the people
It
is
is about
Okay.
the people too.
yeah.
This I like for some of the more recent ones, the storyline with the people were just like driving me nuts because it just felt like you were only seeing the people and not seeing like Godzilla or whatever. It just sometimes I feel like they were focusing too much on that, but
Hmm.
Yeah. But this one was a nice balance.
okay. Yeah.
Like you see
That's
him
good.
a lot more.
Cool.
All right.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I think yeah, so that's the last one we got right there. That's the way. That's a good way to end it. That was a good catch right there.
You would have been torched if
Yes,
you didn't mention
100%. I mean,
it.
we're going to be torched because we didn't see it, so at least we can say we mentioned it.
Oh my God,
wanted
yeah.
to I wanted to respect the, you know what I mean? I'm like, I didn't see it, so
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right. Nick, you've already been on the show, but again, tell people where to find you and what you're all about, you know?
Well, I'm just on Instagram at Spooky Nik, spooky.nick. You just catch me watching a million movies a day and playing Sims and drinking beer all the time.
Nice. It's not bad. It's not a bad life right there.
it's the life.
All right.
Living
And
the life.
everybody, you know, keep listening and watching out for stuff that we'll be, you know, probably announcing some of our events for 2024 coming up relatively soon. But the one thing we did announce for local listeners is we're doing Brain Scan on Friday, January 26th at Buttonwood Brewery, and that's I think usually around 8:30 we start that up. And then I think we're gonna be doing a February one there too, probably, but we haven't picked that one yet, so we gotta figure that bad boy out. But
February 11th, join us down in Boston. We're gonna go check out the Evil Dead musical. So tickets are still available if you want to come check it out with us.
Yep. It's gonna be a
That
good
sounds
time.
good.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to that. I guess there's a splatter zone, so
Yeah.
bring your
Are you
podcast.
guys going to like any conventions this year?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna definitely try.
Yeah. I don't know what ones. I'm hoping they do TerraCon again. I'll definitely go to that. We were supposed to do CT Horror Fest. We didn't. And then I heard a bunch of horror stories about it. So I'm kind of glad we didn't end up going. But yeah. And hopefully we make it down to the one in New Jersey ones this year too, because there's always something
That'd be
Monster
cool.
Mania.
Yeah. I want to try to get everybody together, like Adam and everybody else, and even that whole crew from down in Buffalo. It'd be cool if we can all kind of like do something, kind of get together.
Yeah,
So,
that'd be really fun.
take over Jersey.
Yeah.
PVD takes Jersey.
Yeah. There you go.
We're just gonna take the boat ride down the
Be on the boat the
Jason.
entire time.
All right, everybody.
shit.
Well, we hope you appreciated our 2023 recap. We're looking forward to a great year in horror for 2024. Everybody, hope you had a good holiday, and we'll see you soon. Have a great night.
Take it easy.